Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations and I welcome you all to this Day 21 Dot Mandala challenge. Let's begin. Okay, I need to share story for today. The point that I want to make for today's story is God helps people who are willing to help themselves. What do you think about this idea? Pause the video and let me know in the comments. I have had many situations in life where I have realized that God helps people, those who are willing to help themselves. And there are people who counter argue for this statement. Why, if I'm not willing to help myself, God won't help me, is it? No, because God really wants to know if you are sure about what you want. So you definitely have to keep the first few steps. I mean, you need to have a mindset basically like which tells people or which communicates your willingness to God. Let anything happen, I will do, I will take action, I will achieve this goal. So when you communicate this to universe, God will help you with whatever you need at the right time. I shared with all of you how suddenly someone helped me out to relocate from Chennai to Bangalore. So in that case, I was actually working at Chennai in IT sector, and it was a joint family. And I wanted to give a clean environment to my child. So somehow some opportunity came, and that's how we relocated. And when that opportunity came, someone asked me like, Dada, are you willing to relocate to Bangalore? I was at Chennai to Bangalore is about 360 to 370 kilometers, not too far. By road, it is about, by car, 4.5 to 5 hours of journey. So for me, all that I had in my mind was to give a clean environment for my child. And I actually did not think about relocating and getting out of the joint family setup. No, that was not my idea. But my idea was definitely to give a clean environment to my child. So that is when this shifting from Chennai to Bangalore opportunity came in. Now, when I said yes, I had nothing else in the mind. I just wanted to give a better place to my child. That is all was there. And little did I realize that I have to get out of my comfort zone to move from one place to another. I mean, from birth till that particular point, I've been living in the same state where Tamil is the primary language, and that's my mother tongue too. I've read in Tamil medium schools. We have been talking Tamil, and things were easy in that particular. I have not traveled much until then. My travel was not that much. So even if I have traveled with my parents. So I found no difficulty in traveling to places because parents were taking care of it. But now this time I'm a mom, I have a child, and I have to move out of my comfort zone to a new place. Though I said yes, suddenly a kind of fear, anxiety, everything creeped into my mind. And at one point of time, I even thought, I said yes, but is that a wrong answer that I gave to my friend? Am I not getting into a blind spot, a black spot where I don't know anything? I mean, I don't have any idea about how the city Bangalore is. All I know about Bangalore is the weather is going to be good. That is all I knew about the city. Nothing else about it. Language, I know it is Kannada, and till date I have not learned that language. I'll tell you the reason why later. So, the first thing that I learned when I have to relocate and set up a new family, so far in joint family setup, things have been taken care of. I mean, elders were there, they were taking care of everything. And though I had a child, I was still ignorant of many things as to how a family runs, what things would be required, and what should be the monthly expenses, what are the kind of expenses that we would have. I was not aware of anything. Completely an ignorant person I was. So now, though I said yes, and one corner of my mind was saying, great, you're going to give a clean environment to your child. Another corner of my mind was saying, Randa, you're getting into a new place where you know nothing about. How are you going to manage? So that fear also crept into my mind. However, I was determined, let anything happen, I'm going to relocate. I'm not going to go back from my decision of relocating. So the moment I decided, let anything happen, I'm going to help myself. Trust me, every other help started falling in place. So the first thing that I needed to do was I need to buy a lot of things which would be required if we have to set up a family in a totally a new place. Every single household item need to be purchased. And I did not even know what are those household items that needs to be purchased. You know what I did? I looked around my home, took a list of things that was there in my present home, and I started buying one by one. Few things had to be purchased only after relocating. Few things could be purchased when I was at Chennai. So I started making a list. These are the list of things that I need to buy at Chennai. These are the list of things that I need to buy in Bangalore. So I started making a list. I never told anyone that I needed help, not because I was so egoistic to ask for help, but I did not even know I can ask for help. My ignorance was at its peak. I was so unaware of so many things. And suddenly, then some help came my way, and they asked, you have been in a joint family setup, now you're going alone. How do you know that you need to buy these things? I said, I actually do not know. I'm just looking around my home and listing out things. And God sent an angel that time, and she helped me with listing out things. She is my friend from my school days. So she said, Radha, these are the things you need. I have gone through what you're going through now. So I know what kind of challenges you may face when you move to a new place, and what things would be required if you have to set up your family with a small kid. I have gone through everything. So I am there to guide. This is my, you can call me literally anytime. That's what she said. So the problem doesn't end if I know the list of things that I need to buy for the new place. We need a home to stay in a new city, no? How would we know how to find a new home? It's completely a different place. And we were, anyways, determined to figure things out all by ourselves. And my elder one, that is Sri Krishnan, who's editing these videos, he was what I'm about 7 months, 8 months child. He was such a baby then. And we decided, okay, we will anyways go to the new city. So my husband did travel to Bangalore a month before, and started searching for a home. Till date, I don't know how did he manage to do that, but he found a home for us to stay. So he paid the house advance and all that things. House was fixed, but before I take my child, the house has to be ready for living. And I did not have the comfort of doing things at my own speed, because I was supposed to join Wipro Technologies, Bangalore. So they had given a particular joining date, and I must join at that time. So we didn't have much time to prepare the home, then start living in the new home, then go and join office. No, I didn't have that comfort. I didn't know what to do. The way sometimes when I do my best and I still don't know how to figure things out, I'll just surrender myself to God. Simple. God, I did my best. I don't know what to do. Now please help me. Now trust me, whenever I do that kind of a surrendering, God has always helped me till date. We were never let down at all. So same was then also God did help us. There was a family which was ready to help us out by giving space for us for a week. So we did stay in that person's home for a week, within which our new home that my husband found was ready to live. So all things which were supposed to be purchased in Bangalore, we purchased, and people were there to help us out. Because we don't know where to buy, and we had the problem of this language. We didn't learn the language before coming to Bangalore and all. So it was a problem of language. But trust me, in every single thing, we received help that was required. We always received help. And okay, we started living, and then how would you interact with the local vendors here? They speak Kannada, they don't speak Tamil, no. And I was worrying about how am I going to interact with people around. At office, it was not a problem. I was communicating with people in English. That wasn't an issue at all. But locally, with street vendors, I cannot expect them to speak fluent English, no. So what will I do? So I had no option, but still I have to interact with people locally. And when I went and stayed at those local vendors, I communicated in Tamil only. To my surprise, people, that is the street vendors or any other local vendors, they were multilingual. And I was so surprised. Looks like my surprised feeling was there, displayed apparently on my face. It was like a great relief when people go. I was so surprised, and the vendor said, Madam, we speak all South Indian languages and Hindi as well. And I showed surprise and a sigh of relief, and I really heartfully said thank you. And the vendor started talking to me in Tamil. That's the language that I know. And I heartfully said thank you many times because that was such a big relief for me. I don't know if I'm explaining it right and putting it in words, but that was a huge relief. It was like one load off my mind, kind of a relief. And that vendor could sense that I'm feeling relieved. And the vendor asked me, Madam, are you new to the city? I said, Yes, I'm just a week old to the city. All through my life, I have been living at Chennai and in that state, Tamil Nadu, from my birth till now. All of a sudden, I'm into the city, and I'm feeling like I've been left in a dense forest blindfolded. I don't know what to do and where to do. My husband relocated because he had to request for transfer from Chennai to Bangalore. So he reached Bangalore, I think 3 to 4 months after I went to Bangalore. So there were a lot of things in my plate that I had to handle it all myself with a small kid, and I engaged a house help to take care of the child, to cook, for housekeeping, cooking, and babysitting. For all these things together, I had a house help, and I identified pediatrician because the vaccinations and all those stuff had to happen. So for every single thing, it was that vendor with whom I interacted first helped me out. And he also helped me out with, Madam, here is the beauty parlor you can go. And here, almost every vendor in this city would speak all South Indian languages, and some of them would speak broken English too. So you can go ahead and speak in your own language. And we people in Bangalore are very accommodative. And trust me, I felt so relieved. And after that, slowly I started learning things in that new place and started leading a comfortable life there. And a lot of things I figured out in Bangalore. And adjusting myself with the culture of the new company was a challenge. Somehow I had to do that. I did. There were a lot of things that I slowly started figuring out. And after 3 4 months, when my husband came, I felt quite relieved. And the next thing was 2007 April is when we relocated to Bangalore, and 2008 January I got my pregnancy confirmed. The next one, that's Sri Raman. And I was, I don't know how to put that in words. I was not so happy at all with the pregnancy because, we have some religious and community standards that only for the first two delivery we would go to our parents' home and then take help from, if at all I'm going to have the third one, I have to do it on my own. And my husband is a working professional too. So, what am I going to do? Because I just joined the new company and I cannot tell them that I'm going to have another child and I need leave, this, that. What if I'm going to lose my job? The whole lot of fear that came to my mind. And I was thinking about all that, and then I was sitting in the office. I continued working. Somehow, my manager has to cross my desk to go to his chamber, and he crossed. I wished him. He said, while passing through my desk only, he said, Radha, meet me at my chamber after 10 minutes. It added fuel to fire. And those 10 minutes, no, it was so tough for me to push. Too many thoughts crossed my mind. What if this manager is going to say, please get out? Because maybe I can hide for another month, but after that, my baby bump is going to show up and I cannot lie. So I decided anyway, after 10 minutes, when I go and meet my boss at his chamber, I'm going to tell him. And you know what? To my surprise, when I met him after 10 minutes in his chamber, he didn't let me say anything. I was about to start. He said, Radha, wait, I have a question to you and you need to answer honestly. I said, sure, sir, as always. And he said, are you expecting, Radha? And luckily, my boss is also from Tamil Nadu, so we share common mother tongue. So I said, yes, sir. And why are you looking so unhappy, tensed? Your face is looking completely, filled with anxiety, scary feeling, and a lot of negativities is only there. There are a whole bunch of couple in this world who are waiting to have a kid, and you are blessed with another kid. Why are you unhappy? I said, sir, I do not know the rules of this organization. The fear is, what if I will lose my job, because this job is important to me. And I don't know what made that manager laugh. He had a good laugh at my response. And now I'm laughing, but at that point of time, I was so tensed up. And now my manager said, don't worry, you have 3 months of paid leave and you can extend it by another 6 months without pay. You will not lose your job at all, so you don't have to worry about it. I said, thank you, sir. However, as I told you earlier, my pregnancy went on with a bit of a stress. And you know what? My mom was saying, Radha, you come to Chennai only for delivery. I said, no, ma, this is anyway my third child, so I'm not coming to Chennai. I was so adamant, I will be in Bangalore only for my delivery. I'll take care of my delivery thing myself. So my mom knows about my personality. If I fix my mind to something, I don't change, I don't go back. So she didn't know how to convince me. She didn't say anything. She said, okay, then I will come to Bangalore. I said, okay, ma, you come. So at one point of time, we started looking for the best hospital to deliver the kid. And I didn't want to name the hospital and damage their name now. But I went to a particular hospital and then inquired. I was expecting a particular answer, but they gave answer differently. They said, Madam, if it is 3 nights and 4 days, it is this much. If it is 5 nights and 6 days, it is this much. And if the baby is not going to be well, and if the baby is in NICU, it's going to be this. I said, hey, what is this? 4 nights, 5 days, 3 nights, 4 days, 2 days, and all. I'm not inquiring for any holiday package. I'm inquiring for birthing experience. And immediately getting out of that hospital, I called my mom and said, I'm coming to Chennai. And happily, we went to Chennai. And in the same hospital where I delivered my elder, I delivered my younger one too. This human nature is to keep worrying about something or the other. And when everything was set for my delivery, the next worry was about my elder son's formal schooling. So by 2008 June, sir will complete almost 3 years. No, he can start with pre-primary. So I have to put him into school. And when I inquired about schooling and all that, there were few schools which I knew about. So I inquired there. They said, no, madam, we are giving application only in September or October. So September, October, I'm not going to be there in Bangalore at all because I would be at Chennai for delivery. So how will I take admission for my elder one? And I did not give up. I was determined to find a school and finish the admission process before I would leave to Chennai. And trust me, I told you already, whenever you are willing to help yourself, God always jumps in to help you. And there was a school which was very close to my home that time. And the name of the school, that's where my children studied, and my younger one is still studying there in the same school. And that's BGS National Public School, an amazing school, trust me. Normally parents used to do a lot of review before enrolling their child. I didn't do any review. My only condition was I should be able to finish the admission process before I leave to Chennai, and it was possible in the school, so I just enrolled. No review, nothing. And on the day of, it was little different that parents were called for interview to enroll the child. So myself and my husband went along with my elder one. So on the day of admission interview, we met the academic director of that school, and he started talking to my elder one, that's Sri Krishna, who was just 2 years that time. And the director asked, "What color is this?" Sri Krishnan showed all his teeth to the academic director, but he did not open his mouth to speak a single word. And then he showed a particular ball and asked, "What shape is this?" Again, only teeth showing business, he didn't talk. I was 8 months pregnant, 8 months finished, ninth month started, and that's when this admission interview was happening. My anxiety was at its peak, and I was breathing heavy, and I told that academic director, sir, he actually talks too much. I really do not know why is he not opening his mouth here. And he knows what shape is this, he knows what color is this. I have actually taught him all that. I have no idea why is he not opening his mouth and saying it. And the academic director understood my plight, and he said, Radha, you don't have to worry at all. We are not trying to interview the existing knowledge of the child. We only want to know if the child can open his mouth and talk, if the child has talking abilities or not. That is all I'm trying to check. And finally, the academic director took a small dairy milk chocolate and showed that to Sri Krishnan. He said, "Thank you, uncle." Oh my God. I felt so relieved, and academic director had a good laugh at me because I was tensed for every little thing. And he said, "Don't worry, Radha, happily travel to Chennai and have a safe delivery, healthy experience. And whether it's a boy or a girl, we have another student for our school." So he was trying to reduce my tensions then. So, by sharing all this, the point that I wanted to make is when you are willing to help yourself, God will jump into your life and help you. Now, go ahead, share similar experiences from your life and inspire everybody else in this world. So, here we are completing this mandala challenge. Go ahead, recreate, share it with me.